Greetings, fellow YouTubers, or anybody that needs this type of wireless microphone. So what you're hearing is not this microphone because I'm going to unbox it and show you all the features. And then, of course, we'll do some tests. So I will show you what's on the box. Now, what's kind of weird is this is unbranded. So there are some specifications. It's that side of the box. Here's the front that you already saw. There's the top. There's the bottom. There's the back. You know what? I will get close in here, as close as I can. Here we go. There's a lot of specifications. And I really like this mic. So I have used this mic in a few videos. I'm going to be using a lot more of it. I'm using a much less expensive one right now that I don't mind using, and you've seen in some other videos. But I like this one a lot better because it has volume control. And my little $12 lavalier mic that you're listening to me right now, yeah, this is literally a direct input to USB-C $12 lavalier wireless mic. This one I paid about $55 for. And I guess I could put, if it's still valid, it probably won't be valid for much longer, I guess I can actually put the eBay link in the description if you care to take a look at it. But it's kind of odd. I'm making a recommendation for a product that I paid for that's totally unbranded. So anyway, I think this looks very similar to, what's really in there, to other products that I've seen, especially a brand name of, well, it's like R0DE. Maybe they call it Rode, maybe they call it Rode, whatever it is. See, I should hold it up this way. Here's the receiver. I'll get that real close. You can take a good look at it. There we go. Here's what's on the side. So you have, this is the output. It's analog. It'll go to the input of your camera or phone. This is an additional output, but it goes to like a set of headphones. And the sound quality coming out of this is okay, but it's not great. The sound quality coming out of this is fantastic. Here's the other side. So you have a reset button in case you need to repair the units, because this is 2.4 gigahertz. Here's your charging port, USB-C. That's your power button. You have to press and hold it for a number of seconds. Here you have plus minus. This is really what I bought this for. So my little $12 mic has this big problem with, let's say, being too sensitive and overly compressing things, which I'm not really big on. This will give you 6 different volume levels. Okay, so there's that, and this has a little clip you can use. Let's see, here's the back. Yeah, of course it's made in China. Rated 5 volt, 400 milliamps. Okay. Here is the transmitter section. And you've got a little light that will turn blue when it's actually transmitting. So you have power, and then you have USB-C charging, nothing there. On this side, pretty cool, you have a low frequency cut button. I'm not sure exactly where it really cuts. It might be below 100 hertz or 150 hertz. I don't remember offhand, but it's a low frequency cut. You had a lot of additional low frequencies to get out of there. Nice to have this directly on this, I guess I'll call it a puck. And then you have a reset, again, to help with pairing. Here's a nifty little clip. There you go. And again, rated at 5 volt, 400 milliamp. And here's a business end right here. So I love this because of the flexibility. You can plug in any standard lavalier mic right in here. And this one comes with one, but you can plug in others. This is the normal native microphone. And as you see, it's got a spot to actually clip an accessory on. And let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, just indicators. It's letting you know what the lights are actually for. See, I'll get a close up of that. Okay. And you have, again, let's see, your clip. And I think that's it for the transmitter. Okay, turn those around there. We've got lots of accessories here. Wait, stop that. Slippery, very slippery. So you get a whole bunch of accessories. So you have these analog cables here. Here's one, and see if I can get a focus on that. So these are just tip ring sleeves or TRS on both ends. Obviously, this is a right angle and this one's straight on. Okay, that up there. This is the one I use the most because it works with my phone. You have TRS here where my thumb is, and then this is TRRS, tip ring sleeve, right here. And that's what works with my phone. Okay, going further. Oh, this case is nice, by the way. Good foam insert, nice zipper. You have a dual charging cable. So USB on one end, just, you know, your regular. This is where you're going to plug into power brick or anything that can supply 5-volt USB. And then here's two USB. It's a Y connector. So it can charge both devices at once. And if we were to just show you what that looks like. There's one in, and here's the other one. There, and now you can charge both at the same time. That's handy. You don't have to do that, though. Here is, some people call this like a cat's paw. I just call it a pop screen because I'm an old professional audio guy from the 1980s. And let's see, I have to figure out how to open the bag. That's going to be the toughest part. There's that little cat's paw right there. And it's got, believe it or not, it's got a clip system right there that will clip onto your transmitter right here. It will. You'll actually have already seen that in some of my other videos. Get rid of that. Let's see, there's a twisty tie. And then you have the last piece. It's the last piece. Nothing else in there? Nope. Nothing else in here. Let's kind of zip that up. And that's the lavalier itself. So I had a choice of, you know, was I going to spend maybe $200 on a name brand version of this that might have higher quality and longevity than this, or $55 bucks. So as you can see, this is all wrapped up. I've never used this yet, and you know, comes with the obligatory pop screen, or you can use it without one. And you have a clip, a little alligator clip there, kind of clippy. And there's your TRS connector. So that is all the pieces that you get for significantly less than the name brand versions. So to me, this really looks like a Rode or Rode, however you say it, but it costs an awful lot less. So if we take a closer look, see if I can do this at the same time, this weigh in. You see it's 2.4 gigahertz, transmission delay 8 milliseconds. So if you're recording at like, say, 30 frames a second, or maybe you're across the pond, because I'm in North America, you're recording at 25 frames a second, or you go film, which is, you know, 24 frames a second. This 8 millisecond lag, you're just not going to detect it at all. You can see the specs here. It's a sensitivity, minus 42 dB, plus or minus 2. It's plenty sensitive. And there's the voltages, anything interesting. Charging time, 1.5 hours. Get a little closer. You know, everything is like, you know, font size 1. Battery life, 7 hours. I haven't tested that yet, but I have run it a couple of hours, and it still had plenty of battery life left in it. It's very lightweight, 20 grams. You don't even notice the weight. You sneeze and it kind of blows across the room. Let's see, there's the frequency. Operates on 2.4 gigahertz band. And I get that real close. Signal to noise ratio 92. So while I haven't specifically measured it, believe it or not, I do have the equipment that I could measure it. I'm not actually going to dispute that fact. It's very, very noise free. I mean, really fantastic. Let's see, anything else I want to go over? Just one microphone, just one channel, and that's it. 6 levels. All right, so we've already seen all that. Let me turn this on so I can show you what the display is like. So let's see, if I turn on the receiver, it takes a few seconds, and hopefully I'm in the right lighting. In real bright light, you really can't see this. So I have to push it and hold it for a few seconds. No, maybe, okay, there we go. It's probably going to get a little bit of flickering because of the frame rate difference. So you can see the receiver, I've used a little bit of battery. I was out recording something earlier, and you can see there's the potential to show you a bunch of other things, but you're not going to see them until I turn this on. So where are we? Up back over here. I'll turn on the transmitter. Hopefully we'll see some magic. Okay, blue light comes on. It's connected. Isn't that great? And technically speaking, you should see, let's see if if I put this close to me, you'll see the volume, jump up and down. Not so much when I have it far away like this, but you see volume level, and I have it set to level 5. And then also here is signal strength. Let me get that as close as I can. There's signal strength right here, and then this is volume level, and here's battery level. So that's the transmitter battery level, and then of course up here where it says RX, that's the receiver volume level. And if I go and let's see, let's change the volume level. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here we go. Plus minus. All right. So if I have this, I push the minus. Here, volume level 4, 3, 2, 1. Or you can take it to its most sensitive, which is 6. There's all the way up. That's maximum sensitivity. I found that unless you're in, and look, it's picking me up pretty well. I mean, I have this in front of my phone, and I'm probably about 12 inches away, and you can see this is picking me up. I normally set this at level 5. Gives me the opportunity to talk a little bit louder. My current wireless mic that I'm using right now, my little lavalier, is way oversensitive. So believe it or not, I'm talking at no more than normal conversation level. In fact, some people would probably say it's even less than that. So I'm trying to avoid compression. So I love this little thing. I've used it in several videos. You may have actually noticed it, but it's a wonderful piece of equipment. It seems to work well, and I paid far less than $60 for it. So I am ecstatically happy over it. I'm just deliriously happy. So let's see. Let me get back to hitting the power buttons, turning things off. Okay, so push them and hold them, and that takes everything here. It says off. How about we take this crazy inexpensive unbranded little rig for a long distance walking test. So these are the parts that I'm going to be using. And technically this is on, and upside down. It's going to be hard to see. It's not very bright in normal daylight. And here's the cable that I'm actually using to hook it up to the phone. Well, I'm recording now, and that's what I'm putting on my shirt. So those are the noises you should be hearing now as I try to clip this on, tuck it in. So this particular unbranded, I'm waving at my wife who's off camera, conveniently off camera. This particular unbranded microphone has a distance rating with interference, I guess as they want to classify it. Oh, the wind's blowing nicely, so hopefully the pop screen's working, of 100 feet. So, like 30 some odd meters. And if I turn my back, it should start cutting out at some point in time. This is pretty close. So right here is probably around 100 feet. But I'm going to keep going And the White House with the brick trim all the way down is well over 300 feet. So you're talking like a football field. Now the mic may start getting out around now. I've done some pre-testing. But when I turn around, wave my arms like this, it should be completely clear audio. So this mic comes with a lot of different capabilities, one of which is if you don't want to wear, big ugly 1-inch puck, you can install a lavalier. It plugs right in, and that's really cool to be able to do that if that's what you want. But I see an awful lot of YouTubers just use the full puck. All right, now at this point in time, right here, I'm going to wave my arms. The audio is probably pretty sketchy, probably breaking up, and it's driving you crazy. Now I've just turned around, still waving my arms, but the audio should be completely clear. There's a little bit of light wind, so hopefully the cat's paw, pop screen, whatever you like to call it, should be doing its job. Okay, now I'm facing the camera and I am a good 300 feet away. See, I'm waving my arms. You can check it for delay, although you couldn't really, well, let's see. Let's see what the delay is. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this or not. I'm gonna clap my hands. There. So the delay on this is very, very good. I think they rated it something like 8 milliseconds, well under 10 milliseconds. So you're not really going to notice it on something that's like, say, 30 frames a second or less. Now I'm walking straight toward my camera. Still have a little bit of a light breeze. And the sound should be entirely clean and clear with no interference, crackling, or cutouts, starting back when I stopped the sidewalk back there all the way up to the camera. And there's no real antenna on anything. I mean, there's not a dedicated antenna. You just have the included wiring that I showed earlier. So I think that's pretty cool. In any case, I saw on YouTube a bunch of people starting to use these things, and typical name brand that I've seen was, I'll call it Rode. It's like R0DE. I'll just call it Rode for better or for worse. And I wanted one. And then I looked at the price. And when I priced these things, a month ago or something, they were close to $200, even like on Fleabay. So I looked around, and I saw this, and it looks amazingly close to the Rode, but it was only $55. So I was like, oh, I've got to try this. I absolutely got to try this. So I grabbed one, and here we are. So I've used this on a bunch of different videos over the last couple of weeks. So you'll have to tell me what you think of this.